Think you go. Nope. Okay, you. I got you, brother. Now you. This one like scratch and this one started eating the mac and cheese that was right there. Well, this one started eating my food. Sorry about eating my food at all. I just kicked my cat out of my room. They were eating my food. That is not a joke.
Wait, what? Figured it out. Pizza does this to me. That was how it is. Ass. Yes, we need fun here.
Mia Khalifa. I don't fuck. So we were. Wait, what's up?
Alright, so boom. People been begging for me to talk about Power Slap, so now the day has finally come.
Where's the envelope? Why the man's body still
First and foremost, look at man's neck. Got his face looking like a malfunctioning iRobot.
Defeated.
Look at the chalk dissolving into the abyss, looking like the souls of aborted fetuses in the basement of Planned Parenthood. It took 17 Shinzu beans just to revive this man. He didn't know where he was.
What is your name? I don't know! That's elite. What is that?
He didn't even break eye contact. But both these gentlemen must have heavyweight chins. Rob Perez was unfazed from the second slap. Man's jaw must have been constructed at Los Santos Customs.
Just do it!
Wait a minute. Man's wobbling for the first time like an unstable tree. Did he just blow him a kiss?
Payback's the bitch.
Nearly gave Phillips a flathead, but despite no knockout, Perez leads with the W. Next up, dreadlocks versus flowing hair. The round just started. Michael Smith is already rebooting.
I hope you black men will pay attention.
There's no way.
Cut the damn hair off, man. I got some footage. If you want, I will come to your house. That's the reason I will come to your house and show you.
He let his people down during Black History Month. All he did was caress the white man, but proceeded to have his face exploded by a right hand. Look at the corner of his lip. Why he's so serious? Homie became a mouth breather by circumstance. The vein in his forehead got to flee back home to Rihanna. She collected them like infinity stones. He never opened his dreadlocks bottle. He needs to be stripped of his powers. Menstruation of the face. Phlebotomist walking around with penile and clitoral erections, waiting to take this man's blood.
What are you gonna do now, big boy?
Somebody contact the NBC network. Get Jasmine Bynes to Dean Artisan on the phone. That brother in a different world. I don't even know where the hell I am. Brother went down faster than the Berlin Wall. It's time to retire from slap fighting. Take up a life of collecting sports memorabilia. Hollow Road. Rule of thumb, never get into a slack fight with a man named Jules.
System error.
Loading. Loading. Loading.
He went from competitor to activist. Man is Kaepernicking.
System rebooting.
What's up with the call Kaepernick? Man, what the fuck?
You told me it was my turn.
Jewel in there looking like a diamond in the rough. He refuses to go down.
Motherfucker just used full counter.
He backpedaling, looking like a cornerback in the cover 3. Look at his disgust with the national anthem. He's going on protest again.
You want to continue?
He got cooked. He got cooked. Homie got slapped so hard, his ears started twerking. Look at it bouncing at Biggity. Just look at man's feet, because even while unconscious, his soul knew he had to kick the company's equipment because this was a bad idea.
What is that?
Come here. Shouldn't have came in here with your hair swooped over your forehead looking like
Heart been broke so many times, so I don't know what to believe. Mama said it's my fault. It's my fault.
How did you do that?
Wesley Drain was literally just like, my daddy's calling me that motherfucking boom.
look at his feet, looking like an app that's about to get deleted. He's wiggling.
What, they have medicine they're supposed to take these assholes? I don't know. They're going this asshole.
Pack that man up. Homie got
What?
sideswiped straight
Nah.
into the shadow.
Fuck.
There was a couple of combatants who didn't get any airtime on the episode because they were throwing out series of clubbing blows after clubbing blows.
Now die.
Bruce, holy shit, a lady!
Are you okay? Honey, are you okay?
Do a flip!
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Shorty got slapped into a somersault. Get away from the front desk, you.
Sonic the Head.
Bruce, holy shit, a lady!
Are you okay? Honey, are you okay?
Do a flip!
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Shorty got
Goddamn.
slapped into a somersault. Get away from the front desk, you're scaring Lola. The slap had her embark on a quest to collect all 7 Chaos Emeralds. But much like divorce, she lost her rings. Shorty got exiled.
Curse you took away, I mean,
There's
Dana
no way
White.
she's got a soul remaining. Look at her face. She got deleted on the homicide cam. Got her looking like a firing squad victim.
Why the fuck have you ever heard of blocking motherfuckers?
Straight out of Wichita, Kansas.
Did you say Kumite? Uh-huh. The Kumite. What's a Kumite?
Who the fuck said throw the football, motherfucker? Not me. Not you. Not anyone.
Squad line disconnected. Lower extremities are no longer working. Look how quick he hit the ground. Man's lived. It took the entire staff to get him off the ground. Rumor has it he got slapped so
What the fuck
hard.
happened there?
Homie stepped on national television to try to feed his family, only to get slapped, knocked out by in-shape, out-of-shape discount Ben Roethlisberger. Got laid a front leg to the west, back to the east, back to the
Motherfucker ran into Big Ben there.
looking like a victim of an assassination. Check his wallet for health insurance. Buddy gonna need a medic. Get Dende on the phone. Heal this man. Something.
Don't fucking get Chopper out there. Maybe he can do some shit. Probably can't. Still. He needs to find out how to get a new job. Here, go ahead and just talk with Paige.
Ooh, you're not thirsty all of a sudden? It took me 5 minutes to get that coffee for the joke. Okay, fine, screw it. What do you want? Hey, dude, can you tell me where Smith Pathology is? Oh, we might want to get him away from us as soon as possible. Yeah, you go, that way. Please go that way. I don't want any of your human germs. Oh, no! I friggin' knew it! Ew. It looks like a face hugger made out of boogers. Wash your hands and clean your face. Oh! mom says that guards like you are all impotent blights on the face of society. Mister, what does impotent mean? I think the answer you're looking for is in the nozzle of this game. Just gotta look real close.
I'm going to fucking kill that defense.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Human Simulator. The only game where you get to live out the average day-to-day life of a human. You've got your
The human.
lovely human family, your typical human job. But last time, we actually got a promotion. We did such a good job blowing up shipping containers and crushing dockside workers that I guess our boss really couldn't help but give us a bump up to security guard. Philippine General Hospital has requested a stand-in security officer be dispatched ASAP to cover one of the regular shifts after one of their officers was involved in a poorly understood hostile bagel incident. The officer received severe burns and his treatment is on hold pending the results of a full medical report. Bagel has been reprimanded in custody and is awaiting the same medical report to determine an appropriate response to the incident. A handy person with excellent personal judgment and considerable experience managing people in difficult emotional states is required. Officers can expect to permit or deny entry to patients and visitors, direct foot traffic, and engage in discouragement exercises should any difficult individuals threaten the facility. I can't imagine there are going to be many people threatening a hospital. The only thing I've heard about Lillipine is that their bagels are hot and their nurses are even hotter. I'm sure old Hugh will do just fine for himself. Everybody loves a man in uniform. Now, I know, okay, you as a family man, you shouldn't be talking about nurses like that. But could any of us resist a woman who looks at Jason Statham
I'll be back.
carved out of a potato? Hi, you! You must be the new security guard! Thanks so much for coming in. Is now a bad time to ask about whether or not we have insurance coverage? My neck has a severe case of the rhythm and the rhyme. It is not cheap to fix. I can see you from the camera, and we can use your radio here to relay information to each other. Something tells me this conversation is going to be very one-way. Am I coming through loud and clear, Hugh? No? Don't suppose... No. I didn't expect you to take that as an answer. It's just a little first day on the job humor. Okay, yes, I can hear you. Don't laugh or anything. Good, I'll be relaying instructions from here. So before we get started... Oh, he means grab, this baton. He needs this baton, not this baton. Hopefully you don't need it, but you never know. Remember, it's just as good as a deterrent as it is an actual weapon, so no need to get too enthusiastic straight away. Do you hear that? You stop being so enthusiastic. Put your hand over there. Those balls were just minutes ago. You're into vacation territory. Now, how about your pepper spray? Can you grab that for me? There we go. Yep, that's it. That's a very good alternative to the baton if you decide you really want some annoying person to go with. But be sure to spare it. Why? We're in a hospital. What's the hospital?
Going out.
Necessary, okay? Double check you have your security pass as well. Okay, dude. And slowly go over the security pass. There we go. I got it. Oh, and it's on the screen. Possibly
that a bad thing? Is Code Orange's sale in the cafeteria? Oh, you gotta be kidding me! What do you mean I was too suspicious? I was the least suspicious person! I get the feeling nurses probably don't appreciate it when you cause a stampede in their ward, even if we did manage to open the door. We may.
There's nothing more powerful than you. Making your thing happen. Really going for it.
Take the room with their. Looks like we've only been wait a minute, Dimension one. And lastly, try responding by pressing the button. This is going to be a very interesting conversation. Just going to send a bit of a beep, maybe some breathing. Reading you loud and clear. I'm sure you friggin' are. Okay, seems like everything is in order. I'll leave you to it then. Just remember to always check with me on your radio before deciding to let anyone in or not. Good luck. It's not my mom. I'll let in whoever I want. I'm the security guard around here. I'm standing guards. Hello, sir. You're a very handsome individual. Hi. You must be new. I'm here to see my ill grandmother. Can you please check with the head security officer if she's in, and if so, then think about it. Thinking about it. Thinking about it. Really? That's all I get? That's a bit of a bummer. Guess we will go ahead and call this in. Yes, you! Oh, that's Mr. T. How the hell can you see that right now? He's clear. His grandmother should be awake now. Go ahead and let him in. Alrighty then. Just gonna get this. Scan it there. Wow, you're getting great with this whole motor function business. That was very fluid. Thanks very much. You're welcome. Have a nice day. Maybe get that nose checked out while you're in there. Stand guards. I will. You know what? We're doing a great job. I really feel like this place is much more secure now. Well, hello there. Another beautiful individual. Excuse me, sir. Which way are the bathrooms? I'm not going to lie to you, kid. I got no idea where the bathrooms are, but I can direct you to the morgue. Would that help? Oh, come on! You gotta be kidding me! He was totally gonna do something bad in the bathrooms. He was looking for trouble.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the bathroom is over that way. Get out of this thing. Fry you like an egg. Oh, of course. Well, that's my attention to the drinking coffee. It's a totally normal event activity. Grab my coffee mug and, okay, bring it around, up, and in. There we go. Way to go, you! I am now caffeinated and ready for you, sir. Okay, that's fine. Hey, buddy, let me in. I gotta see my buddy Rumble. He's on some big meds, so I gotta see him. So, can I please tase this guy, please? Hello? Voice of reason, can I tase him? Oh boy, it's this guy again. Every day this guy's in. You'll need to find some way to move him on. Try not to hurt the poor fellow, though. He's pretty harmless. Tasers hurt? I mean, I tased myself earlier, and it totally hurt. I felt much human pain. Why don't we go with this? Let me just give you a gentle ribbing. Go away. Go away. Go on with you now. Is this working? Dissuade the inebriated gentleman. What do you think I'm doing? I mean, he's gonna get in to see Robo, but he's gonna forget who Robo is. Oh, whoa. Okay, calm it down. We don't want to be too suspicious. We're gonna get written up again. Gotta let that die down. Then... Pop. Come on! What do you think I'm doing? I'm totally... Oh, you gotta threaten him. threaten him what? I'll hit him for the 50th time? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Alright, don't hit me. I'm going. He'll hit you again. He's so drunk, he doesn't even know. And, I mean, he's technically standing. He looks like he's getting ready to draw those. What's his shirt? Oh, my brother's in there. Open the door. Oh, is this guy? Yes, you are. This is Mr. Thompson. Don't let him in under any circumstances. He's been barred from the ICU after causing problems to the staff. Oh, you bit of a nurse toucher, are you? What's the problem, man? I said let me in. It's actually open the bleeping door right now, or I'll bleeping wreck you, you two-bit chump. Sure. Let's just help him calm down with a very gentle dosing of high voltage. Hold on. Are you kidding me? You stand there like you're ready to draw at a moment's notice, and then it takes you a million years. I know I'm trying. Okay, hold on. First things first. Up, in, down, and then in, and grab it. Good. Now keep it away from your balls. Sweet Jesus, keep it away from your balls. This will never help you out. You just got to wrap it around, wrap it. You
Gently grasp it.
Here. Can you lick this for me, sir? There we go. Wonderful. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to consider this a good day of work. I really wanted to drink coffee there. I felt like that would have been a great thing to do, but I can't. I'll be with you in Hey! It took me 5 minutes to get that coffee for the joke. 30 left! Okay, screw it. What do you want? Hey, dude, can you tell me where Smith Technology is? Oh. We may want to get there. We go to that way. Please go that way. I don't want any of you new managers. This? Good. Now bring it around and there we go. No human.
A sack and then another sack and then finally got sacked by one of the guys that tried to sack again.
Hey, mister, are you desperate? My mom says that only desperate people work as security guards. My mom says that guards like you are all impotent blights on the face of society. Mister, what does impotent mean? Mister, I think the answer you're looking for is in the nozzle of this can. You just want to look real close. There we go. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and say that was a job well done. You really can't help but appreciate Yu's manners. He's always got that pinky out, so you better believe that he's going to show his love for humans. There we go. I feel much better now. How can I? Oh, man. Why, hello there. Ah, you must be you, the new security guards. One and only. Yes, that is me. You got that correct. There we are. It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Miss Payne. Can you scan me for please? downstairs. Just hold on just a second. What do you got to say? Yes, that's Nurse Payne. I would love for her to give me a personal examination. She can hear you. I mean, yes, you can let her through. Good. Hey, just gonna get this away from the boner and thanks so much. Okay, bye. They really don't dress them all that well. What's with that hand on the floor? Is that all? Yeah, I think the door might have broken as well. You, Mr. Wilson, is trying to make a break for it. Don't let him out. Who's Mr. Wilson? Oh, okay, well, do I pop him? I'm gonna give him a cross line. How about that? Oh, just block him. Like this? Will he clothesline himself? I don't know if that's necessarily a good idea. You're not wearing pants. You can't go anywhere. Right back to your beds. Crumble. Try to relax again. I'm very relaxed. This is going swimmingly. The only thing that's bad is I shot myself and other things I'm not going to mention. The fact that the door is now stuck open is not a good sign. Not a good sign. No, where do you think you're going, young lady? Was it not supposed to do that? Oh, I'm sorry.
Fucking block. Fucking block.
I clotheslined her with a baton. Okay. We'll just get that out of you real quick. Hold on. There we go.
I really think you can pull off a shine like that.
The pizza hut big dinner box. 2 pizzas, breadsticks, and wings with pasta. Everybody's eating.
You know what? These things happen. You know, every now and then you get your bra strap stuck in your back hair, or you just suddenly start choking. Right? It's completely normal, I'm sure. Cough. Okay, thank you. Cough. Okay, bye. Quit thinking there, Hugh. That's the right kind of thing that deserves a promotion. Oh, for the love of... Here he comes again. You know what to do. Here who comes again? Oh my god, are you kidding me right now? Can I tase him? It's not the last time he's gonna be shocked, let's be honest. You don't have pants on. Go on with you. If you put on pants and you walk out, maybe I'll let you through. I'll think about it. I swear he tries it on every other day, it seems. Multiple times in the last few minutes. Keep an eye on that one. He's crafty for his age. You never know what trick he'll try next. Oh, we've got another one. Hello, ma'am. The fact that you can see the hair on the arms, the upper back, the lower back, the gut, for a lack of better word, it really just gets you excited. Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you, but have you seen my daughter? She's about so tall, blonde hair, wearing a pretty pink dress. I may have seen her, but I doubt she's seeing much right about now. No, ma'am, sorry, haven't seen her. Oh, I see. Well, thanks anyway. If you see her, please let me know. I need to put her drops in after her eye surgery. Oh my god. Okay, that might have been my bad. Hey, keep it together. Don't beat yourself up over this, big guy. Hi there. I was looking for the hospital cafeteria. Which way is it? Is it the sign, dudes? Hold on now. The cafeteria is that way. It's over there. Hey, it's nice to encounter somebody who I don't need to beat up or shock or... Good news that I blinded her daughter. Why, you bleeping piece of bleeping bleep! I'm about to put you through a world of hurt. Oh, are you now, big guy? Okay, well, I don't think that's true. I don't think you will. I think instead, I am going to just have to put you down again. Nice and slow. Savor it. Yeah, not too quick, not too quick. We want to really enjoy this moment we're sharing with one another. Hey, no! I swear I'm not a psychopath. I kind of lick it every now and then for fun. Okay. No, we don't want to lose it now, you. Pull it together. That was the hand that's been down there this entire time. It's behind my microphone, so I just kind of put it there. I don't got him. He is tricky. I want to say that was a successful day at work. I'm pretty sure we got another promotion. I was about to check, but then I noticed my banana is blinking. Why is it blinking?
I thought this one was magic.
With the rest of the fruit, so clearly something weird is happening. What just happened? You? What is this? Are you keeping something from your wife? Is that where you keep your wife? I'm thinking we haven't seen much of her.
Mitch Wisnowski is...
What please?
Pizza Sim is one of the few FNAF games that can be speedrun, and owing to its many endings, there's a number of ways to play it. Of the 6 endings, Blacklisted is the hardest. To get the ending, you need to finish Saturday night with 50 risk. To get 50 risk, you need to be buying everything that gets marked down throughout the week. So you need money to be able to do that every day. Buying marked down items also runs the risk of letting new animatronics into the building, making nights during a Blacklisted run get harder quicker than any other run. And lastly, there's a lot of luck. If health and safety items get marked down, then they don't add risk. Items can be marked down with very low risk, which is nearly useless, and things can get marked down that you've already bought, meaning you have to be very careful with what you buy. The world record for this run was 52 minutes, and it wasn't even close to being optimized, so I wanted to crush that. But first, this video is sponsored, so here's the ad I made. Daryl? Is that you? Michelle?
Dream?
Dragon City is back, turning more
Dream? Was that Dream? Wait, breedable things? Yo, who wants to breed Dream? What the fuck? Yo, don't you love it when you can just breed Dream? I don't want to breed Dream! Hurry guys, breed him. Wait, what? Woo! Yeah, baby! Holy shit, you can breed him with you can breed Dream and Doorman.
That and Joint Alliance used to work together in exclusive team events to do more awesome sets. Dragon City is also partnered with The Walking Dead to celebrate the return of the show. He's a YouTuber Dragon, along with George Not Found, Mariah, Darman, and Lachlan. If you download Dragon City with the QR code or link in the description, you'll get a zombie. It's like a rock. 30 grand gold and the epic zombie Paradragon. It's like a rock, but more dead. Day Love Bunny has made us a catalog of every item in Pizza Sim, which can go on sale with added risk to contribute to Blacklisted, which I shouldn't buy because they add anti-stuff, and which are safe to buy because they will not go on sale. This is going to be our bread and butter throughout the run. It is super fucking, yeah, it is an insane amount of effort. I am insanely impressed. They Love Bunny just hit me up in DMs and was like, hey, yo, want me to do this? Yeah, sure. I don't typically like fun experiences. It takes me through a world of emotions. Holy crap, it's a new world record from 3 days ago. From the 59 Daddy Epic Played on a Steam Deck. I can't wait to watch this true master at work, especially since the run's only been submitted 3 days ago. Wait. What? I've never shown off the many cheated, troll, and generally wacky speedrun submissions for Security Breach that got rejected from the official leaderboard. Mostly due to just not being as big a part of moderation as I am for Poppy. That changed when Louis Copeland, one of the head moderators for Security Breach, reached out and asked if I wanted the opportunity to take a look through their vault of rejected runs from over the past 9 months. Hell yeah, I do. So shout out to Louis. He also streams, and I'll put a link to his channel in the description. This video will go over both mistakes newer speedrunners run into, which hopefully some of you can learn from, to the downright absurd. There have also been a good handful of troll submissions over the months, and as funny as these will be, do not troll speedrun moderators by submitting whatever. You'll risk getting banned from the leaderboards and maybe the entire site. This is the only video I'll make like this for Security Breach, so trolling the mods will not get you into a sequel. Now back to our little incident. If you're unfamiliar, splicing is the act of placing 2 video clips together to give the impression of a smooth video. Some can be really well done and almost completely undetectable. This, on the other hand, if you didn't notice, that little splice there allowed the runner to skip both activating Vanny and grabbing the Faz watch. But it's just the beginning. What's this? Going off the beaten path? I mean, surely you've got something up your sleeve, because you only have 20 seconds to finish this, and the Vanny ending is pretty damn far away. The old curtain climb, we all do that. Now, you still got a couple more minutes of running before you get to Vanny's. Whoa! It's the old triple axel backflip into having the Faz gun and being on the bridge going to the Vanny room.
Oh, yeah, that's the classic technique.
What a revolutionary strategy. Let's watch that one in slow motion, why don't we? So right here, we've just fallen out of bounds, beginning to get to the bottom of the match, but not quite there yet.
Now do the classic triple axel.
Inexplicable, but surely one of the best drivers I've ever seen. Definitely doesn't have anything to do with two unrelated. Obviously spliced. Please don't waste your time submitting to us if you're not going to submit any adverts. I'm surprised this dude's not banned. Not only are they submitting fake spliced runs, but I don't even believe that they played on the Steam Deck. Description. I am a god. Let's go. Rejection reason. Using flying. Damn. That's funny. I was kind of thinking, like, they're flying really fast. Their flying speed in the hack tool was set to 9,000. Damn, no kidding. You are God. This run suffers from the unfortunate flaw of just being a little bit too leggy to verify. I've seen worse. But the real funny thing is the fact that the runner kept the video uploaded to YouTube and just changed the title to include rejected. That's some self-confidence. I respect it. So not only did this run get rejected for being the wrong game, but it isn't even a video of a Cuphead speedrun. It only has the cup. It looks like attempts were made to post an actual speedrun, because this is a pretty precise time to put when you're just messing around. But there were some very catastrophic mistakes made here. Leg, feet, verified. Once again, see some of the runs that we get in Poppy. I've already seen more frames in this run than I've seen in entire Poppy playtime. Somebody just submitted Gold Diamond's Security Breach Ultimate Burst Trap ending. Pretty good video. Just not quite a speedrun. Description. Could be improved. Not even the right game. No, I think there's quite a bit that could be improved here, actually. For starters, the outfit. Actual flashing lights warning. I am serious. This is bad. Good God, man! What the hell is this? It goes on like this for the entire run. Now, surely they didn't play like this. Surely this is their capture. I actually can't watch this anymore. Holy crap. Sorry, man. This is just not verifiable at all. As with any video where I talk about speedrun mistakes, many runners had to click onto their live split to start their timer and put it in front of their game, which really messes with the start of your game. For any up-and-coming speedrunners, when you install Live Split, right-click it, open the settings, and check global hotkeys. This means that no matter what's covering your Live Split, as soon as you press the hotkey that you've assigned to start your time, it will start. Same with resetting and splitting. This is the most important setting for Live Split. This video link is a single Twitch clip, which are, I think, a maximum of 60 seconds. For a submission of a run, if you say it's 4 hours, I don't know about that. Whoa. This is actually the game. This is security breach. It's in there somewhere. Hold on, I bet you can do the map. How many pictures there are in here?
At least 5. Nope, you can't. That is physically impossible. One impossible. Can't really, I guess so. Blood on blood. True. We're just gonna look past the fact that Lawrence hands it off and gets murdered. I guess that's what happens if he can get off the bloody line fast enough. He just stops the QB. Oh, and that's on. Can I get a fucking pick 6, motherfuckers?
How's the height? Probably like 25 pixels, maybe 40 across. Okay, so this is security breach, but like, there's other things going on.
I never finished this video, so we go off on that.
Unwrap and ungrind. When Kinder Bueno meets your coffee, life gets bueno.
The light from a star can take millions of years to reach Earth. So when we look...
Looked like all the hexanes were gone. I then let it cool down, and I transferred it all to a small vial. My final yield here was 3.5 grams of nearly pure isononanoic acid, and this was pretty much the perfect amount. Okay, so now, after a week or so of pain, I had the first major piece of my spicy molecule. This was only half of it though, and getting this was also kind of the easy part. The hard part was going to be actually building it into the spicy molecule that I wanted, called nor-dihydrocapsaicin. This was mostly because I started this project without even knowing how I was going to do it. I mean, I had a few basic ideas, but nothing really concrete. By the time that I got to this point, though, I realized that there was only one decent way. I was going to have to build the entire other half separately, and then add it onto the isonaminoic acid. Normally, this wouldn't be too bad, but in this case, not only was I unsure how to make it, I was kind of unsure how to add it. The only thing that I knew was that the chemical that I needed looked oddly similar to something called vanillin, which is the major flavor component of vanilla. So now, I had to update the plan for the project. I was going to have to get my hands on some vanillin and turn it into something called vanillolamine. I could then add this to my isonaminoic acid to make the beautiful and spicy nor-dihydrocapsaicin. So I guess now I would be technically turning plastic gloves and vanilla into hot sauce, which I honestly think is even weirder. I mean, it all makes sense on paper, but I still find it really hard to believe that these two completely unrelated things can be combined to make spiciness. But anyway, to get started, the first thing that I had to do was get some vanillin. From past experience, I found that the best and easiest source was vanilla sugar, and I found a bunch of it at a grocery store. I wasn't exactly sure how many to get, but I figured that 18 was a decent amount. I then started cutting them all open and dumping them into a beaker. In total, this was going to give me a bit over 300 grams of vanilla sugar, and it only took a few minutes to empty everything.
Hey, kill!
When all of them were eventually added, I started pouring in some methanol, and I added just enough to cover it. In total, this ended up being about 300 mils, and then I started mixing it.
They tried helping him get loaded.
Was selectively dissolve the vanillin, which was kind of just mixed into a bunch of sugar. The sugar itself was practically insoluble in methanol, and pretty much all of it should be left behind. But anyway, I then let it sit there for about 30 minutes to really make sure that I dissolved as much vanillin as possible.
I gotta get another pick 6 months for this. Like, how the fuck you just throw 3 interceptions, one after the other, after the other?
I have to filter it, and I scooped it all into my vacuum filter. When it was all eventually added, I washed the beaker with some extra methanol, and I mixed it around a bit. I then turned on my vacuum pump, and I poured all the methanol into a flask below the filter. To really make sure that I got out all the vanillin, I washed the sugar a couple more times with methanol, and that was basically it. The only issue was that some of the
my own
sugar
teammate
had
got my
seeped through,
fucking way, what the fuck?
and it made things a bit cloudy. This was relatively easy to fix though, and I just filtered it again through some cotton and sea light. It was kind of slow, but what came through was a lot better, and it was
You fucking held on, you bitch.
What I had now was a relatively clean-looking solution, and what I had to do next was get rid of all the methanol. In theory, assuming it's actually in there, this should leave me with relatively pure vanillin. So I turned on the stirring and the heating, and I waited for it to warm up. Over the next 2 hours, the methanol slowly disappeared, and when there was only about 200 mils left, I transferred it to a smaller beaker. I then just waited again, and when it eventually got down to about 25 mils, I transferred it to an even smaller beaker. At this point, there really wasn't very much methanol left, and when it eventually got to around 10 mils, it took it. Humans and households haven't signed up for high-speed broadband internet, understanding the value of having quickly started decreasing. So I pulled it off the hot plate, and I waited for
Keep
it to cool
fucking
down.
running, you little bitch ass
As it was
motherfucker.
cooling, I was really hoping that it would solidify, but it apparently stayed as liquid, and it looked like it separated into layers. This was a bit odd, but to fix it, I decided to try stirring it around and scraping the sides of the beaker. This can sometimes get things crystallized, and at first, it really didn't look like it was working. However, I started seeing some little white bits,
Shit.
and then a whole bunch of solid stuff started appearing. This was all vanillin, and it looked like there was a decent amount. I kept stirring it for a couple minutes, but it still didn't look like everything had precipitated. There was probably still some methanol there, keeping it dissolved, so I added some water to force it out. This actually seemed to work pretty well, so just for good measure, I added a few more mils, and that was about it. What I had now was a bunch of wet vanillin, but I wanted a nice powder, so I transferred it all to a vacuum filter. When everything was in there, I turned on the vacuum pump, and I pulled away the water. I then mixed it around a bit, and I was starting to see the powder that I wanted. It was still contaminated with methanol and sugar, though, so I added some cold water to wash it. After mixing it around and pulling away the water, it was already looking a lot better. Just for good measure, I washed it a few more times, and when it was done, I dumped it all into a small dish. I was really happy with what I had so far, but it was still kind of wet, and I was going to have to dry it. So, I put it into a small desiccator. I left it there for a couple days, and when I eventually opened it up, I was hit with a really nice smell of vanilla. What I had now was nearly pure vanillin, and I had about 3.6 grams of it. The only issue was that this was going to be just barely enough for what I had to do, and unlike with the isononanol, I didn't have much room to screw up. But anyway, now that I had the vanillin, I could try turning it into the vanilline, and the first step was to make something called vanillin oxime. To do this, I got a beaker, and I added 1.81 grams of something called hydroxylamine hydrochloride and 6.44 grams of sodium acetate trihydrate. On top of this, I poured in 25 mils of water, and I stirred it until it all dissolved. Then into the solution, I dumped in all of the vanillin. As it sat there, the vanillin slowly mixed into the water, but I don't think much of it actually dissolved. This is because vanillin is almost insoluble in room temperature water, and I was going to have to heat it up. So I covered the beaker with a small watch glass, and I turned on the hot plate. Over the next 10 minutes, it slowly got hotter and hotter, but it didn't look like too much was happening. That apparently changed, though, when it eventually got hot enough, and all of the vanillin quickly disappeared. I then continued heating it until it started boiling. At this point, the vanillin should have been reacting with the hydroxylamine hydrochloride and turning into vanillin oxime. This was also supposed to be a relatively fast reaction, and I just had to leave it for a bit. When I came back again about 15 minutes later, it looked pretty much the same. I then took it off the hot plate, and what I had to do next was wait for it to cool down. For over an hour, though, pretty much nothing happened, and it only became slightly cloudy. However, it then turned white, and some really nice crystals started slowly growing. This was all supposed to be that oxygen, and it was separating out because it wasn't very soluble in water. When it eventually cooled to room temperature, I put it in the fridge overnight so that it could fully crystallize. The next day, I did pretty much the exact same thing that I did with the vacuum. I poured all of it into my vacuum filter, and I
he's out, Bounce.
I then washed it a few times with cold water, and when I was done, I had some nice crystals, but they were still kind of wet. So I transferred them to a dish, and I put them in the same desiccator as before. This time, though, when I took it out, there was absolutely no smell.
The ball carried by number 4. Tyson
To make sure that this was actually battling oxy, I tested it to see what temperature it melted at. It ended up being almost exactly the same as pure vanillin oxy, and I was pretty happy to see that. This told me that what I had was quite pure, but I was only able to make 3.2 grams of it, which again, was going to be just enough. With that being said, up until now, this vanillin part had honestly been pretty easy. What I had to do next, though, was the part that I was afraid of. I had to turn the vanillin oxy into the final molecule that I needed, called vanillin amine, and I had no idea how to do it. What was even worse was that I tried to do this conversion several times over the years, and it always failed. I even tried many different ways, and it just never seemed to work. However, there was still one very promising method that I hadn't attempted yet. The only issue was that I couldn't find a decent procedure for it, and it also used mercury, which wasn't ideal. Based on what I read, though, I had a lot of faith that I could make it work, and I decided to just go for it. I used all of the vanillin oxy that I just made, and the reaction seemed to be working. However, after a couple of days, and after routine testing, I finally accepted.
Hey guys, this is Radiocode, the world's first target radiation detector and spectrometer for
accepted that it had failed. I have no idea where I went wrong or why it didn't work, and I honestly don't know what I expected. Either way, I had just lost everything that I'd spent a week making, but that's just kind of how it is sometimes. My much bigger concern was that I had no idea what to try next. Thankfully, though, after a bunch of searching, I stumbled onto something that I liked. In the past, I had wanted to try to do something called the hydrogenation because all of the methods that I saw always used hydrogen, which kind of scared me. This one, though, claimed that it could be done without high pressure, and it just took a lot longer. So, I decided to try it out, but first, I had to buy a bunch more vanilla sugar. I then quickly extracted the vanillin, and I made more vanillin oxy.
He dropped that. Jump in.
For this new method, it probably would have been a good idea to be a bit safer, and to try it with just a portion of the oxy. However, if this didn't work, I had no other ideas anyway, so I just decided to use everything again. To get started, I got out one of my nice flasks, and I connected my argon line to the neck on the left. I then dropped in a funnel, and I started shooting argon into the flask. This would push out all the air and replace it with the argon, which is an inert gas. After several seconds, I turned off the argon, and I carefully added a small amount of catalyst called palladium on carbon. I dropped in the stir bars, and then I pulled out a beaker. Into this, I added 80 mils of pure ethanol, and this is going to be the solvent for the reaction. I then turned on the stirring, and I dumped in all of the vanillin oxy. It wasn't super soluble in ethanol, but after stirring it for a couple of minutes, it all eventually disappeared. I then turned the argon back on, and I poured in all of this oxy and ethanol solution. It was very important to do this on argon, because if there was any air around, the catalyst can sometimes ignite the ethanol. I was very happy when I didn't see it fire, and I used a bit more ethanol to wash everything. I then turned on the stirring, and I added the last major ingredient, which was concentrated hydrochloric acid. Now, with the flask fully loaded, I took away the funnel, and I replaced it with a stopper. To the middle one, I added a 3-way adapter, and I also swapped the argon one for a stopper. Then, to this new 3-way adapter, I attached a vacuum line, and I added a balloon that I had filled with argon. Before doing anything, I had to be absolutely sure that there was no air. Just dehydrated was being reduced, making everything apart. Filter funnel.
Another test was to see if it were soluble in water, and pretty much all of it disappeared, which was good. However, when I added some base to it, which was supposed to bring it back, it never seemed to work. This was exactly what had happened many times in the past when I had tried making it before. The properties of whatever I made just didn't seem to match up with vanillylamine hydrochloride. I was honestly pretty sad at this point, but as one final and desperate test, I decided to run something called an NMR. Just by chance, a week earlier, I'd gotten my hands on a little NMR machine, and I figured I might as well try it out. I honestly assumed that it was just going to be a waste of time, but surprisingly...
Wait, you shouldn't be coming back, man. You should stay out if you have a ruptured disc. Yeah, you little bitch. But goddamn.
That actually wasn't the case. The result that I got matched up perfectly with what I was hoping for, and when I saw this, I really didn't know what to believe. According to the NMR, this was vanillylamine hydrochloride. According to everywhere else, though, that reported the melting point and its other properties, it was something else. In general, though, NMR is way more trustworthy, and I decided to just ignore all the other stuff. Did I actually make the vanillylamine hydrochloride? I wasn't entirely sure, but I figured that the best way to find out was to just move on to the next reaction. For this one, I would be finally combining it with the isononanoic acid to make the nor-dihydrocapsaicin. What was also nice was that if this worked, I wouldn't have to only rely on fancy tests to verify it, and in theory, I could just taste it and see if it burned my mouth off. The only problem with this step, like I mentioned earlier, was that I really wasn't sure how to do it. Thankfully, though, the paper that I had used for the hydrogenation might have had the answer. They used a method that I'd never heard of before, and I think it's mostly used in biochemistry. However, their hydrogenation seemed to work, so I trusted them, and I decided to give it a try. I had learned from my past, though, and I decided to not just do it with everything that I had. This was because I had a lot more than I expected to have at this point, and it seemed like I could get away with using half. This way, if I completely screwed up, I'd at least have one more try. But anyway, to get started, I got a little flask, and I added 15 mils of a solvent called DMF. Then into this, I added 0.76 grams of my isononanoic acid.
So a second, 4th, 7th, and 6th, and 8th. Yeah, player. Barely anything. Tyreek Hill now. I don't need him. I don't need it. I don't need it. Devontae Adams, Elijah Moore. Nope. Nope. Oh, I thought it was gonna be a first round. Again, like I can't physically. I'm not able to keep him because he keeps saying no. I like the contract, but I want more money. It's like motherfucker, that's a lot of money.
that, I turned on the stirring, and I added something called Dipia. This was a base, and it was supposed to react with the isononoic acid. It should have been turning it into its deprotonated form, and this was important for the next step. To make sure that it all reacted, I let it stir for several minutes.
Saquon. Nah. Guys, what the hell are you doing? Jamal Adams.
And then I added another chemical called HAT2. This one should have been reacting with the deprotonated isononoic acid and forming this new molecule. This reaction was a little bit slow though, and I had to leave it for about 30 minutes. During this time, it slowly got darker and darker, and I wasn't exactly sure if that was a good thing. But either way, when I came back to it, it was time to add the last ingredient. This was the vanillylamine hydrochloride, and I was still really hoping that I had actually made it. The moment that it was added, it should have been reacting with some of the Dipia and turning into free-base vanillylamine. This should then be able to attack that isononoic acid molecule that I made before. If this were actually happening, the vanillylamine would be combining with the isononoic acid. It would then kick off that extra junk from the earlier step, and the final result would be my precious spicy molecule called nordihydrocapsaicin. This reaction was supposed to be relatively slow though, and I was gonna have to leave it here for a while. So just for good measure, and to protect it from oxygen, I filled the flask with some argon. I then covered the top, and I left it there overnight. When I came back to it about 20 hours later, it looked like it had gotten a bit lighter. I wasn't sure if this was a good sign, but it at least looked like something had happened. Either way, it was now time to try and separate out the nordihydrocapsaicin and to see if the reaction had actually worked. So I started the fun process by preloading a separatory funnel with some hexanes and dumping everything in. These two things didn't really mix together, and then I added a bunch of saturated salt water. I then did the extraction in the usual way, where I took it off the stand and shook it around. The idea here was to pull all of the nordihydrocapsaicin into the hexanes and then to wait
So
for the
you've been
layers
on my
to
team.
separate.
Are you new?
This was about 10 minutes later, and most of it should have been extracted into the upper hexanes layer, so I drained away the lower one.
So you're new. Yes, you are.
Left in the funnel was just the hexanes, but there was also a bunch of other junk that made it look really dirty. The hexanes itself, though, was relatively clean, and I dumped it all into a beaker. I then put that lower layer back into the separatory funnel, and I extracted it 4 more times. I did this just to really make sure that I got everything out, and I transferred them all to the same beaker. What I had now looked pretty clean, but the extraction probably pulled out some other junk as well. I was going to have to get this out, and to do this, I had to put it all back into a separatory funnel. I then added some dilute hydrochloric acid, which would pull out any basic impurities. After shaking it around, I drained it away, and I repeated the same washing. I then did another washing with dilute base, and another with saturated salt water. When I was eventually done, I felt that it was looking pretty good. So I poured it all back into a beaker, and I added some anhydrous sodium sulfate to dry it. When it looked like it was done, I poured it into another beaker, and now in theory, I just had to get rid of the hexanes. This would hopefully leave me with just Nordihydrocapsaicin, and I was honestly pretty nervous. Over the next few hours, the hexanes slowly disappeared.
I'm gonna get in my stream because the game's starting to get blurry. So yeah, peace out, goodbye. Everything like this game's starting to get very blurred.